Hi, welcome to Hyundai LNC. Come on in. We're going to give some people a few minutes to get on here. There's going to be a little bit of delay from when I'm talking and what you'll actually see. If you do have questions, we'll be answering questions through the time of the tour. So please enter those in and we'll stop and to answer your questions for you. So Hyundai LNC, which is LNC stands for Living in Culture. This is the studio that we have designed for you in mind. We're right here in Cerritos, California, right off the 5 freeway, really close to the 91. The studio is designed for you. We want you to come in and feel comfortable. Obviously right now with COVID-19, we have our mask and we have hand sanitizer mask for you. We're asking that you set up appointments for you. 1 second, we have somebody at the door. Steve Ticker. We want you to come in. Sorry, hey, we're doing this during business time, so it's a good thing we have customers. So as you come in, we want you to feel comfortable. We have water and coffee here for you. You can come in. We want you to feel your customers to feel like they're important. And that will brew in a second for me. And feel important and welcomed. This is your time to utilize our tools for yourself, for your business, for your clients, to nurture them. Let them come in and feel important. So as of right now, we ask that you set an appointment for you so we can allocate that time, but come on in. So lastly, is we're going to continue on through the tour here. Again, if you got questions, start writing those down for us and we'll answer them for you. So let's go ahead and come on back this way. We want to introduce you to some of the team that you might talk to on the phone or encounter. They're here to help you. We have Susan. You might have spoken to her on the phone already. Steve, you also speak to on the phone. Steve works in the warehouse as well as in the office, as well as Kim Toka, our original sales manager. You'll encounter him. Come on back into the warehouse. Again, we take safety very serious here. You will notice here the yellow bars. You might notice them as we continue around the warehouse. This is a safe area for you to come during a work environment. We've allocated that time. Again, this is a time that's important for you. This is all designed around you in mind. And so this is a safe area. Even if you want to send a client here, if you're not able to come to set up an appointment that we can allocate the time, we have a space for them. This would be the working area, and then we have allocated space. It's all roped off. It's a safe area. Excellent. Follow me this way. We're going to take a little time and talk about some Honstone. Honstone is one of the manufactured products by Hyundai LNC. We make our product, most of our product comes out of London, Ontario, Canada. We are a North American manufacturer. We produce our material and we've done an excellent job to try to maintain high inventory for you. In lieu of COVID-19, a lot of transport, a lot of containers have been held off or slowed down due to the ports and everything of having to restrict their abilities. Also, due to last year when we were dealing with a lot of the tariffs, a lot of inventory is low. We've taken the extra steps and measures to increase our inventories. Matter of fact, during COVID-19, we tried to ramp up and to increase some inventories, especially in the high end, our most popular colors that you guys are utilizing. So our Honstone, which most of it's coming out of Canada, is a 65 by 130 inch slab. These are a jumbo slab, some of the biggest on the market. Really nice when you're utilizing those large islands. If you'll notice over here to the left, you'll see a little bit smaller slabs. These slabs here are coming out of our Korea plant. You're not going to encounter too many of those slabs. There's a couple colors that might be on the smaller side, but most of everything is going to be coming here out of Canada in these jumbo size slabs. Do we have any questions regarding quartz?
How many square feet is in the large jumbo size slab, Arlo?
Yeah, excellent question. It's 58.68, excuse me. too many numbers, 58.68 square feet in a jumbo slab. Any other questions? Excellent. So again, we do have a little bit of delay, so if you got questions, go ahead and write them down, even regarding quartz. We'll answer them as we go along. So let's continue on. We wanted to take some of this time to introduce you to the warehouse, but hey, we're functioning. It looks like they're busy right now, which is a good thing. Thank you for your support there. So we do have people in the warehouse. They're here to serve you as well. If you've set up an appointment and you need to see something, you might encounter them in a delivery or functioning here in the warehouse. So they're here for you. As we turn the corner here, you'll start to see the Honex inventory. We have several thousand slabs of inventory. This is just the tip of it. As you get around the corner, you'll see a lot more. We're going to start talking about some Honex here, but before we do we have any more quartz inventory or quartz questions popping up?
Yeah, we had one. How many quartz colors do we have?
Yeah, so we have roughly about 60 quartz colors. Give or take, we've got a couple new colors in. We kind of discontinued a couple colors, but inventory-wise, we have about 60 colors. Any other questions?
That's it right now.
Excellent. All right, let's talk a little bit about Honex. Let's take time to introduce our staff here, because you might encounter them. It's always good to have somewhat of a face. We're wearing masks for COVID, but you might encounter Miguel. He's working here in the warehouse. Or Adrian. Adrian also does our deliveries, so you'll encounter him as you place your orders. We're out delivering your product for you. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, let's talk about, we got a question.
How many slabs do we typically have on hand?
So currently, I think we have roughly around 25 Honstone slabs right now.
2,500?
Yes. And I think probably about 2,500 Honex slab sheets.
And is it suitable for shower applications?
Both products are, yes. Absolutely. We'll talk a little bit more about the showers. That's a good question as we start. We have kind of a really nice surprise for you of a new product that we're making. And so we'll talk more about the showers here in just a few minutes. So for Honex, Honstone, obviously it can be applied to the wall very easily for shower applications. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Honex. Honex is a solid surface. I know the industry often refers to, especially designers refer to quartz as solid surface, but that is a stone product, not really a solid surface. Solid surface is a Honex. It's a true solid surface. There are many things you can do with it. You can thermoform it. It can be bent. You can also take a CNC and etch in the backside for some of the colors. You can get some light transparency. Some really nice options there. One of the things I want to point out is obviously that Honex or solid surfaces are often used for multiple applications in the commercial world, in restaurants, hospitals, for the cleanliness. It's a very high applicable product for that. But in the residential side of things, you can get very creative. Where everybody's been gray and white for so long, you might be working on a child's bathroom. You want to add a yellow or an aqua color to the vanity to bring out the brightness, the fun of it. Or working into a bar setting, you might want to bring again an element of design that you're not going to find in stone. I actually had a customer a few years back, was a major Broncos fan, and so he wanted an orange countertop. So when you start thinking, being creative outside the box, this allows you to start to do that. As we move forward, we'll also show you some of our earthy tones and some different movements. We got a question.
Yeah, question came up about solid surface. What's the composition? And the composition is really an all acrylic product. It's 100% acrylic. Both products, whether it's our Honstone quartz or our acrylic solid surface, they're a non-porous product. They don't harbor any bacteria, they're hygienic, and they're very easy to maintain. So those are important benefits and features, especially now in this COVID-19 age we're in, that these are very clean, hygienic, easy to maintain products. And the solid surface, A lot of our colors now are coming out of our new plant in Texas, so it is a U.S. Manufactured product.
Yes, and on that note, we do want to show you one of the new products coming out of our Texas facility. It's a new facility that's opened up, and we've got a new line that's producing these larger sheets of 60 inches. Kind of put a tape measure here so you can see that they're 60 inches. Your standard solid surface is going to be a 30-inch sheet, typically 144 inches long. So these larger sheets are going to be really nice. Going back to the shower question, can it be used in showers? This is an excellent product to be used in showers. Now on a color range, we're very limited initially on producing more solid colors, but that is the direction we're also going to be going with the larger sheets. So our inventory is currently just limited on the colors, but you'll see that come as you go. Now on a commercial application, because of the new line, being able to produce these larger sheets, if you have a special size project where you need a 48 inch by 96, we can do a little bit more custom sizes for you on your larger projects, so you can be much more competitive in that sense. I'd like to show you a little bit more here, kind of challenge some of those creative thinking ways here. We talked about the orange over there. I just want to kind of give you an idea of what a 30-inch slab would look like. But this color here, which has some translucency behind it, you can put a light behind it. Oh, we did this earlier and didn't have a flashlight. So now we have a flashlight. You can see some translucency. So you can, a lot of people will do a CNC design behind it to give it some extra effects to it. So this really allows you to be creative. My sister actually has a solid surface island. It's like 160 inches long, and it has rounded edges. It's all white, it's completely seamless. So that thermal forming, no seams, allows you to be creative in that sense. We got a question.
You know, a question regarding the large sheet size, at 60-inch wide, and right now we're running them at 144 inches. We can do 30s, 36, 42, 48, and 60 in widths, and then our lengths will vary anywhere from about 86 to 144 inches, but we also can run custom lengths if the job size warrants it, and you can achieve the minimums for our material requirements.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and move around over here. This is, again, this whole facility is surrounded behind the idea of you. And so we've allocated this section over here for the Honstone freely within the protected area, and you're going to be able to look at the material. Follow me this way. So each slab has its purpose. You can see that we have many of them set up here for you. A lot of the solid ones might not be set up. The point here is the veining, the movement where you want to see the material. Some of the features of Honstone that's a benefit to us, or not really exclusive, but that we're really well known for, is the surface polish, the sheen, the tightness. And you can look at, you can bring your customers in here and allow them to touch it and feel it, look at the light reflection, and see how much more tighter it would be than a lot of the other options that are out there with the extra high polish. Here I want to introduce you to one of our new colors. This is Embrace. This is a polished version of Storm. Again, this is a great example to show the high polish. You can see some of the veining that's in the slab. And then over in this area, we have another new color right here. It's called Awake. And the benefit here is that, again, that you're able to introduce your customers to some new product. Maybe we don't have the samples yet. The samples are still coming in, but here's the new slab you can use. Awake was a color that was inspired by Montauk. Has a lot of the same colors, that gray beige, that taupey vein through it, movement, as well as that white that helps give it some depth. This here to the left is not a new color. This is our Chantilly, but this represents very well our bright whites. We have some of the whitest whites on the market. There are some colors out there that might come off a little bit brighter, but they're not whiter. When you start to compare your cabinets and flooring and so forth, you really start to see the whiteness in this. So we have a few colors with this bright white base and a vein, this one being Strato. We also have, Chantilly. We also have Strato, which is a gold vein, Tranquility. And then we also have Royal Blanc, which is just a solid white with a super clean, high polish on it. Over here, I want to show you, again, the reason and the purpose we took so much energy to design this for you is you might have a small sample in your showroom, you might have a tower of some sort, and this could be your sample. This could be a sample that's cut off of this slab where you have a very small section of what could be the vein. But when you look across the slab, you'll see what the real vein is. Now you as the designer, you're the professional. As the contractor, the architect, you're the professional. So you might be able to envision this, you might be able to put this in place, and that's why you've been hired. This now allows you to bring in your client, make them feel special, treat them right, and let them see and touch the material, see the vein, help them to envision what the slab will look like in their home. Do we have any questions at this point? Okay, again, if you got some questions, please put those in there so we can get those answered. We're really excited because here's kind of the big splash for us. This is our Center for Design. This is your center to come in and cater to. So come on in. When you first come in, we want you to feel welcomed. We have a refrigerator here for you. Walk up, grab a water, offer your clients a water, maybe a sparkling soda, and utilize that space. Again, this space is for you to utilize for your clients. I would like to point out to the kitchen right here was one of our new colors. This new color here is a Calcutta Gold. Now you might already have some samples out there. This is not one of our newest colors as the other two, but it is one of our new colors that we've introduced to the market. You can see its application there. Also right here on this island, this is Montauk. This is our #1 selling color. This was one of the colors that inspired Awake. By far across the country, this is our #1 selling color. Once you can see this in person, you'll see a lot of depth in the stone, the neutral color of the gray vein with the taupe running through it, the white base, very popular color, very diversifying for your design. But we want you to, again, really emphasize coming in here, sitting down, having a cup of coffee, having some water, and spread out with your client. Bring out your paint chips, bring out the flooring, and utilize this space. Now again, I want to emphasize we are being protective with COVID-19. We're a little limited now, but as we open up, this is our vision. The vision is for you to be able to come here in a non-threatening environment of harsh sales, but actually nurture your client and help them design their newly remodeled kitchen or bathroom or home, for that matter. I'd like for you to come on over here. We have a little area. It's a little Honnex area for you as well. I'd like to introduce you to that. We have these slabs in here because this gives you still a very large format. This allows you to have a different light to look at each of these slabs. These sheets of Honnex here give you some examples, some of our newer designs within the solid surface. Not your traditional older designs, very modern looking. As you kind of pan this way, you get a little bit more of a neutral tone. So an earthy color. You'll be able to bring your clients in here, allow them to touch the material, and you can speak to the design of the material and how it would flow within their home. I'd like to point out to this table right here. We have a table here. This was co-designed our team members here in the warehouse. And in here, this color, we have seams. And I want to point it out because if you look at the pattern, it's seamless. You can't find the seams, they're hidden seams. That's one of the benefits of a solid surface, is being able to do that. Looking down here on the edge profile, you'll see that the pattern is very consistent to the edge. That's a very unique feature as well in this color and a few of our other colors. It integrated some design, some inspiration with some wood to give you some different textures to see how it can integrate, adding a little metal fixtures in here. Just to, again, inspire some thinking, but yet it's a space that you can spread out. You can sit down with your client and discuss design with them, inspirations, and help them nurture along their idea and see their vision of their new home. Do we have any more Honex questions at this point? No, we got nothing yet. Okay, that's great. Come on over here. We'd like to begin emphasizing the space, being able to touch the stone, to get away from those samples. Here is our river washed finish. This is more of a matte finish. Well, it's not matte. It's a brushed hammered finish. We call it river washed. And so this allows you to touch the stone and see the veins with the light. When you're dealing with those design aspects where you're looking for a matte finish or a texture finish, a lot of designers run from those ideas and discourage because of the cleanliness and so forth. This is going to be a much easier product to maintain, still allow you to have some design factors. So here's a few colors, and we'll get up close to one of these colors here so you can see a little bit of the texture. Excellent. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, we have a question about design. How do we design new colors, and do we employ a designer, a contract with designers to help us with new color introductions?
Excellent question. So recently, a little over a year now, we've hired a designer. He actually helped design, he designed the layout and everything of this center design for you guys. His name is Michael, and he's very intuitive and in touch with the colors, and he's looking to see what the market is asking for. So a lot of our new colors are all inspired from him, and him bringing out those things that you're asking for. So he's done a lot of research. He's a very talented guy. So we have somebody that's focused on design of new colors here in the United States.
And what colors are you most personally excited about?
Well, I'm excited about the two new colors, the Embrace and Awake. Montauk excites me because it's a color that, again, is very, I don't want to say neutral, but versatile is the question. And I really think Awake, our new color, is also going to bring that to a home as well. Very versatile color. I'm a guy, and oftentimes men gravitate to the darker color, so I really like the Embrace. So yeah, I'm very excited about those colors, as well as Montauk.
And when will those be available?
So they're available now. Slabs are all showing up at the warehouses as we speak. They all probably have them at this time. But we do have samples are still coming out. So we'll have samples for you soon.
And not to make a correction for you, but because you're doing a great job.
Yeah, okay.
The new colors, we have Awaken and Embrace. I just want to confirm that.
I keep saying Awake.
But it's Awaken and Embrace.
Thank you very much. Yes. Awaken is the new color. Any other questions?
No, we were just corrected by our marketing manager.
Yeah, marketing. Well, that's okay. Hey. On the fly, you do what you do. But no, it's Awaken is. And actually, that's a good name for it if you think about it, because it really does awaken an environment with a color. Very versatile color. So, any other questions? Great. So just a quick scan around so you can get a view. All right. Hey, thank you for being on here. If there's any other questions, we want to make sure we get those answered for you. This video, if we don't have any more questions, this video or the one earlier, one of them, if not both of them, will get up on Instagram, into Facebook. If you want to know what's going on with Hanstone, HonX, Hyundai, go to our website. You can sign up for our newsletter. Right there, you put it in your email and you'll get our newsletter that goes out. Obviously, you're here on Instagram, so you're following us there. But you can also follow us on Facebook.
I had a question. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had a question from one of our design customers about lead times.
Yeah.
So if you want to address that. And I think to remind people too, and where we are, and by market it might vary, but where we are and what our lead times are like.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, we try very much to have inventory in here. Now, we have people on here all across the country where we have different facilities all across the countries in different timelines, but we have stock pretty much all across the country. We do have national accounts that we have to cater to, and so our lead times are fairly quick. If we have to bring something from the factory, you know, it could just be a few weeks. On the East Coast, it might even be less time there. If we have to bring something from Korea, it's also just a couple weeks here to the West Coast, but might be a little bit longer to the East Coast. But for the most part, we try to keep all our inventory in stock so that it's available within just a few days. Some variation, as said. Any other questions? Excellent. Hey, thank you very much, folks, for joining us here. We're very excited about this showroom. It's our hopes to build more of these across the country and for the purpose of serving you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.